morning, everyone. I am Dr. Arvind Kumar Sharma, presently working as Assistant Professor of English at AKGEC Engineering College, Ghaziabad. It is my second lecture, and today we will discuss on subject-verb agreement. It is the topic from soft skills. Soft skills, name of the course that the students of BTech first year, they study in one semester, either in the first semester or the second semester. Subject code is BAS 105 or 102. So today we are going to discuss about subject-verb agreement. Actually, subject-verb agreement, the wider name, generally it is also known as concord. Concord means it is just an agreement between subject and verb and other parts of sentence like gender, number, person. But according to our syllabus, we will discuss only subject-verb agreement. That what is the relation between verb and subject. Very common, actually all the students have already studied in the earlier classes. Singular subject takes singular verb and plural subject takes plural verb. Whenever we add s or es in the verb, it becomes singular, while whenever we add s or es in the noun or in the noun words, that becomes a plural. So here example we have given, a man goes. A man singular noun and goes is singular verb. The man, men, men, go. This is a plural verb. He helps the poor. He, subject is singular, so help, helps. Same, you help me, you is the plural, so help is plural verb. Common, it is very common thing, but now we will try to discuss some important rules. In case of collective noun, we can use singular or plural verb both. Yes, here we will have to try to understand. Whenever collective nouns, whenever there is a group of people or group of things. For example, when we say class, police, jury, or mob, crowd, even family. So these are the collective nouns. This is a collection of some people. So now we can use singular verb and plural also. Generally, students have seen that they use only singular verb. Like the police is looking into the matter, the class is noisy, the jury has taken its decision. Here you will check only one thing, that whenever we are using singular verb with the collective noun, it is showing that all of them are working in the same direction. If we say the class is noisy, means the noise is coming from the class, maybe all of the students are making noise, means same direction. The work is going on in the same direction. Police is looking into the matter, means all the people, means all the soldiers or the policemen, they are working in the same direction. They are just trying to look into the matter. So whenever they all go in the same direction, so we take as a unit. And whenever the collective noun is treated as a unit, now it takes only singular verb. But whenever the collective noun is used not as a unit, but separately, then we use plural verb with that. For example, the jury were divided into their opinions. Here there was no one opinion. Means in the group of the jury, some people has taken this decision, others have taken the different decision. Some is saying good, others saying not good, right? So whenever they are scattered, or means they are taking the decision individually, not in the same direction, then we use plural verb. Like the mob dispersed, the mob were dispersed into different directions. The class are requested to sit in their seats, because whenever we say that class is requested, okay, class is requested, whenever you request all of them. But whenever we say the class is requested to sit in their seats, means they will sit separately. They cannot sit in one seat. In that case, we will have to use the class are requested to sit in their seats. So means just only one thing is there here, that whenever the collective noun is treated as a unit in same direction, we take singular verb. Whenever it is treated as individual, we take the plural verb. So this is the rule about the collective noun. Now, the next rule is some plural nouns and pairs, etc., are sometimes treated as a unit, denoting a sum, period, or distance, and therefore take a singular verb. But if units are considered separately, again, actually, both the rules are similar. Whenever they are treated, whether we are talking about the sum, period, or distance, if they are taken like as a unit, so we take singular verb. For example, 500 rupees is not a big amount for this book, or 10,000 rupees is not a big amount for this mobile. So means it is the amount, unit. We are using singular verb. But we can say that 10,000 rupees were spent in the function, or 500 rupees were spent in the party. Now we are not talking about the amount, means separately in on different things they were spent. Now other things, whenever we add two subjects with and generally they become plural, like Ram and Shyam are going to college, Ram and his brother are playing in the playground. But whenever they make a unit, now again they are treated as singular. For example, tea and biscuit is my favorite breakfast. Tea and biscuit, that is a breakfast unit. We are not taking tea and biscuit separately. We are taking all together as a breakfast. We can say that rice and curry is my favorite food. Milk and bread is my favorite food. So or favorite breakfast. So whenever we are saying these type of words and we are adding with and, but they make one unit, again we use singular verb with them. But the same sentence you can check here, tea and biscuit are. Why are? Because we are not talking like a unit. Tea and biscuit are imported in India. They are imported. Sometimes tea imported, sometimes biscuits are imported. So means they are separately. They are imported separately. This is not a unit. But whenever we say tea and biscuit is my breakfast, now it is a breakfast taken together, right? So means whenever there is a unit, we use singular verb, and there is a we treat them separately, we use plural verb. Yes. Next rule is many things are there we generally use in our practical life, and they have the two same components. They have the two same component, like spectacles, like scissors, like pliers, like trousers, like jeans, even shoes, socks. They have the same two components, same. So generally they take the plural verb. They take the plural verb. Here actually I have written here in the exception. These trousers are very costly. These trousers are very costly. The scissors are not sharp. But whenever we apply a pair of or merely, a pair of, when we apply this word or this phrase before the name of things having two components, then it becomes a singular. Like a pair of scissors was stolen. A pair of spectacles was sold. Right? So whenever we use a pair of, then we are using singular. Otherwise, we are using plural form with all those words that have the same two components. Okay. Next rule is two singular subjects joined by and take plural verb. Very common rule. Whenever two singular words are added with and, it becomes a plural. Just now I gave some examples like Ram and Shyam are going to college. Ram and Shyam are going to college. So here Ram and Shyam, there are two persons. There are two persons. The principal and the manager. The principal and the manager, they are again two, are present in the college. So whenever two singular subjects are added with and, they become plural. But exception, actually in English, exceptions are always there. You can check most of the rules. I can say that 99% of the rules, they have the exception. So here, but if two singular subjects joined by and refer to the same person or thing, they take the singular verb. And how we know that it is the same thing or a different thing? Actually, we can recognize with the use of article or with the use of possessive case or possessive adjective. Like the principal and manager. You can check here, the principal means here we are using the the article, but here no article. So it means only one person. The principal and manager is the same person. You know, when we go to the shop, we always say that please give me a black and white TV. Give me a black and white TV. Mean the shopkeeper will give you one TV. But if you say that please give me a white and a black TV, it means two TVs are required. One white TV and one black TV. If I say that I have a black and a white dog, I have a black and a white dog, it means I have two dogs. But if I say I have a black and white dog, it means only one dog. Partly white and partly black. So just remember, whenever we are using the article or sometimes possessive case or possessive adjective, so you'll have to count. If they are separately used, separate persons are there. If only one, means at one place is used, only one person is there. In cases article is used only with first noun, it just one article shows one person, while two articles shows two persons, right? Here, when two subjects represent, before starting this, I can give one more example. If I say my uncle and guardian, because in the last slide, we gave the example of article, but here I am giving you example of possessive case or possessive adjective. If I say my uncle and guardian is coming to college, because same person is there. He is my uncle and he is my guardian. But if I say that my uncle and my guardian, now they are two. My uncle and my guardian, they are two. So just remember, whenever you are using article or possessive adjective separately, so they are the separate person. If not separately, only one place in the starting you are using, that is only one person, right? So now the second rule means next rule. When two subjects represent single idea, singular verb is used there. Single idea. Example is given. Slow and steady wins the race. Singular, wins. Time and tide waits for none. Actually here time and tide, these are not two things. Opportunity. Opportunity waits for none. Yes. Next rule is, if two subjects joined by and preceded by each or every, the verb is singular form. Whenever we use every or each before the singular nouns, so we use only singular verb, not plural. Like every boy and every girl, although we are adding with and, just check. We are adding with and, but here we are using every and every. Each boy and each girl was present. Every boy and every girl was present. So whenever you are using every or each before the singular noun, whether they are added with and, but we take the singular form of the verb. Yes. Now this is very important rule. If two or more subjects are joined by as well as, with, in addition to, including, no less than, no more than, rather than, etc., the verb is applied according to the former subject. Former, later. Actually, whenever we are adding two subjects and by using these words like with, as well as, in addition to, including, no less than, no more than, if we are using these type of words, so we use the verb according to the first subject, former subject. The later part of the subject does not have any impact, right? For example, Ram as well as his friends. So friends has no effect. Former subject is Ram. Ram as well as his friends was absent. We will not use were here, right? The same, the leader with his followers was slain. As well as with, we have mentioned the words. Although the general rule is generally the verb agrees to the nearest subject. So here we have given in the next rule, if two subjects are joined by or, nor, but, either or, neither nor, the verb is applied according to the nearer or later, L-A-T-T-E-R, later subject, not former, later subject. It is very common rule. Generally, verbs agree with the nearest subject. Example is given. Neither he nor his friends. Neither he nor his friends, plural, were there, right? Neither my friends nor I am late. Neither my friends nor I am late. Here verb agree with the I. We will not consider my friends like this. None but he was. So verb agree with the nearest subject. Just before some days on the Facebook, there was one sentence. It was very much forwarded by many of the people. It was just a topic of discussion, and I just remember, and many comments were there. That mother, I can write here. Mother punished daughter because she was drunk. Yes, we can check here. Mother punished daughter because she was drunk. So now it was the sentence was trolling on like Facebook, and everyone was saying that who is she? She is mother or she is daughter. Means daughter was drunk or mother was drunk. So whenever these type of confusions are there, always go with the grammatical rule, and we should just check the nearest subject. So what the nearest subject is? She, nearest is daughter. It means daughter was drunk. So whenever this condition is there, we should just check that the nearest subject, right? Yes. Now note, if singular and plural subjects are used in one sentence, we should try to put the plural subject later. If we are using singular and plural both in same sentence, so we should, actually it is not very compulsory, 100% rule is not there, but in 99% cases, we should try to use the singular first and plural later, right? If you say that he and his friends, so he and his friends, like this. Okay. Many a is always followed by a singular verb. Many a. Whenever only many is there, plural noun, plural verb. But if you are using many a, like many a soldier was killed. Many a soldier was killed. When the subject is one of the, important, followed by a plural noun, the verb should be in singular. Here, many times the students are confused because, we are using the plural noun. Plural noun, but you are using one of the, so actually verb should agree with one. Like one of my friends lives in America. Actually one friend lives in America, but here I have many friends, but among them only one lives in America. So we always say one of my friends. So don't check friends, you should check only one. Verb agree with the one. One of my friends lives in America. Yes. If relative pronoun who, just remember, if relative pronoun who is applied after plural noun preceded by one of the plural verb is applied there. In brief, I can tell one rule. Whenever who means relative pronoun is there, so who does not decide the verb. Verb is not decided by who. Verb is decided by the precedent, means what is written before who. Verb agrees with that. For example, Kalidas is one of those poets who. So actually who is not deciding R. R is being decided by those poets. So means verb agree with the word that comes before who. So here those poets means who are famous. In fact, the verb is used according to the precedent subject of relative pronoun. Many examples you can say, like the boy who is punctual. The boy who is punctual is appreciated by all. The boy who is punctual is appreciated by all. Right? So the boy who is taking the verb is why? Because the word that comes before who is singular. So the verb agrees with the precedent subject of the relative pronoun. The verb should agree with its proper subject. Sometimes what the real subject seems, it is not the real, but we will have to check the proper subject. Like quality, the quality of these fruits. So these fruits, it is not the real subject. The real subject is quality, and quality is singular. So the quality of these fruits is not good. These are sometimes confusive sentences. Whenever the students are not focusing, so they can go with these fruits are like this. Okay, so never be confused. The cost of computers. So computers is not a real subject. cost, right? So the verb agree with the cost. The cost of computers is. The process of appointments is. Not proper, very slow, very good, anything you can write. But means whenever you are talking about the process, so here the verb agree with the process, not with the appointments, right? So actually we should check the proper subject. What is the proper or the real subject? Yes. Some subjects seem to be plural, but they are singular in sense. So singular verb should be used with them. Although their structure or the writing method, it seems that yes, they are plural, but they are not plural. Like Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver's Travels. Travels, it is showing that it is not a plural. It is just a name of book. So Gulliver's Travels is a very famous book. It is one book, singular. My Experiments with Truth. Also, it is a book, autobiography. So is a great autobiography. Women in Love is a famous novel. Yes, this is very common. Everyone knows. But here you will have to pay attention. Mathematics, civics, economics, politics, athletics, etc. are also used as singular. Although, we are seeing S in the end of the words, so it seems that they are plural, but they are not plural. They are the name of one thing or one subject like this, right? Whether you say mathematics, civics, economics, they are the name of subjects, singular. So we are using mathematics is a difficult subject. But here, most important exception, you should check. Generally, students are not aware. When an article or possessive adjective is used before mathematics, economics, or politics, their meaning is changed and they take the plural verb. Just remember, whenever you are writing plainly, like mathematics, civics, economics, singular verb. But whenever you use any article or you use any possessive case, possessive adjective, then they become plural because their meaning change. For example, his mathematics are not good. Maybe sometimes not acceptable to the students. They are confused because they always studied mathematics is, not mathematics are. But here, try to understand, his mathematics are not good. Here mathematics means calculations. Here mathematics is not a subject. So whenever the meaning change, it means his calculations are not good. So whenever we use, you can say the mathematics, his mathematics, my economics, his politics. So now they have the different meaning. They will take the plural form of the verb. So here we should be very cautious. If we are using any article or possessive adjective, then they become plural because they have changed the meaning. Yes. Some nouns generally have a singular verb, though these denote a plural idea. Yeah, many words are there. They have the plural idea, although they seem to be singular and they are used as a singular. Like his poetry is really laudable. Poetry, collection of poems. But the alphabet is known to this little child. The furniture of this room is very nice. So here we are using singular verb. So the poetry, alphabet, furniture, information, news, okay, they take singular verb. Now a clause as a subject must have a singular verb. Whenever there is a clause, even there is a phrase or clause like there, so we should check them, right? According to clause, we should use the verb. Like what the people think is not. What the people think, actually we are talking about think or ideas. So here we will use only singular verb according to this clause. Everyone, everybody, no one, nobody, anybody, either, neither, etc. also take a singular verb. Everyone was present there, right? Everyone was present in the Ramlila. Neither of two brothers was present. Generally, either and neither, they are used for two. And none or any, they are used for more than two, right? Here I have written notes, neither and either are used for the two, while none, any, etc. they are used more than two. So none is often treated as plural, but it can be used as a singular also. That's why we will have to just check the meaning. For example, none are so weak as those who never study. None are so weak as those who never study. But if you want to use in the singular form, we can. None of the students was present in the class. None of the students was present in the class. So according to sense, we will have to use the verb. Yes. Certain words always take plural verb. People. People, although plural, although peoples is also a word. Maybe some of the students are not aware. Peoples, whenever we talk about the nations, whenever people, if you are talking about the person, so the group of person or the many persons are known as people, right? It is also plural. But whenever any person represent to the country, we take the meaning in the sense of a nation. In that case, we use peoples. Like there were many peoples in the conference in America. Like suppose that one person goes to America from India, so he is representing India. Other person representing to China or Japan or like this, right? So whenever we take the sense of nation, then it becomes peoples. Otherwise, people is the word. So people, police, cattle, they are like police, cattle, you can say like a combination. So they are used in the plural sense. Certain nouns are used in the singular sense. Furniture, scenery, advice, knowledge, work, poetry. They are generally used in singular verb. To use as plural, we use piece of or item of before them. If you want to make them plural, like the furniture in my house is very good, or the furniture in his house is very costly. Like if you want to use plural, so the pieces of furniture are costly. The items of news, the loaves of bread. So means we should use some other words before them. Then they can be treated as plural. Otherwise, singular verb is used with them. When the subject is relative pronoun, verb agrees with the antecedent of that pronoun. Although we have already discussed, but here some more examples are given. He is the boy who obeys. Who? Actually the boy. You can check here. Obeys. So who is not deciding the verb? The verb is being decided by boy who obeys. Same, he is one of those boys who obey. Now before who, you are using boys, plural. This is a very unique sentence. Sometimes students are confused because I generally give the sentence in the exercise also. I who, and here I leave just like blank. Your mentor can help you. So actually this verb also agrees according to the previous word. So previously I, so I according to I, it will become am. So it is clear that who does not decide the verb. Verb is decided according to the word that comes before who. Yes. If two or more persons in pronoun form are used in the same sentence, normally their sequence will be 2, 3, 1. First person, second person, third person. If all these three persons we are using in a sentence, generally the sequence is 2, 3, 1. Like you, he, and I. You is the second person, he is the third person, and I is the first person. 2, 3, 1. It is not compulsory that all three words come. Sometimes only two words are there. Maybe second or third person, maybe third or first person, maybe first or second person. But just remember, we will have to check the sequence. Either it will be 2, 3, it will be 3, 1, it will be 2, 1, like this. Okay. If all three are there, okay, 2, 3, 1. But if only two means second person, third person are there, so first of all second, then third. If third and first, third, first. If first and second, so first we write second person, then first person. This will be the normal or common sequence of the persons, right? An example you can say that you and me, although grammatically I, we should use you and I were going there, but in the speaking, the people are using you and me. They can use, although grammatically not correct. You and I were going there. So you is the second person, I is the first person. Second and first, right? Like if 2, 3, you and he were going. Now exception. These are the exceptions. If the sense of sentence is in negative sense, most important thing. If the sense of the sentence is in negative sense, then the sequence will be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, simple. Sequence, for example, this is the example. I and he were punished in the class. Punished in the class, negative sense. Like I, you and he were sent to jail or prison. So whenever these negative senses are there in the sentence, in that case, we can use 1, 2, 3, right? Actually, whenever we teach communication, so there is a you attitude. There is a point you attitude consideration. So means we should consider to the person who is standing in front of you, means the second person. First of all, we should give the value to the second person, then third, then yours. It is the AKGEC. That's why we use this rule. But whenever we are using in the negative sense, then you should take yourself first, means 1, 2, and 3. And whenever all the pronouns are in the plural form, not singular, plural form, again the sequence is 1, 2, 3. For example, we and you. Here we, not singular. You, actually you always comes, whether nowadays we are using singular and plural both, but basically it is used as plural, right? Like you can say that we, you, and they were going to seminar, were going to play cricket or anything else. So sequence is 1, 2, and 3. Whenever all persons are in the plural form, number 1. Number 2, if the sense of the sentence is negative, whether they are in the singular form. So the sequence will be 1, 2, and 3. The number of students, yes, here a number and the number. There are two words, a number, the number. The number always takes singular verb, a number takes plural verb. The number of students was 20. A number of students were present, were absent, right? After that, yes, when there is a dummy subject, verb agrees with real subject. Sometimes there is a dummy subject. There is, it seems that it is a subject, it works as a subject, but it is not the real subject. For example, there is a meeting at 4. There is a meeting. So here is it decided by meeting, not by there. Same, there are many students. So many students decide the verb. There is not deciding. It is dummy subject, right? Most of, lots of, a lot of, some of, half of, 1/3 of, part of, percentage of, 10%, 20% of, are followed by countable noun. They take plural verbs. If they are followed by uncountable, they can take the singular verbs. Here, just remember, countable and uncountable, students are generally confused. Whenever I ask in the class that give me the example of countable, uncountable, so student always say the stars, uncountable. But in grammar, that is not uncountable. Countable means the things that we can count in 1, 2, 3 without using any unit. If we take the help of unit like kilogram, meter, liter, or any unit we are using, so that is uncountable. But if we are counting in the form of 1, 2, 3 only, that is a countable. So whenever we talk about the stars, although we are not capable, we cannot count them. It is not our capacity. But if you count, how you will count? You will count 1, 2, 3, or you will count 1 kilogram, 2 kilogram, or 1 liter, 2 liter. No, unit not required. Although they are innumerable, that is a different thing. But whenever we are talking about grammar, in the grammar, you should be very careful that if you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they are countable. So whenever you are using countable, the verb is plural. If they are uncountable, like we can say water. So you need to use some unit, 1 glass water, 1 liter water, tea, 1 cup tea, 1 liter tea, 100 ml tea, like this. So we are using the unit. Although nowadays the people have started to use tea as a countable. I have taken 2 teas since morning. So means, okay, in the speaking that works. But grammatically, if you use some units, that is the uncountable. If without unit, that is the countable. So here, half of the student is the countable. So half of the students are present. Half of the work is uncountable. Money, uncountable. If you say rupees, dollar, that is countable. But if you say money, property, they are uncountable. So means we should be very careful. So half of the work is the uncountable. That's why is. Same. The plus adjective. The plus adjective is used as a noun and it takes a plural verb. The poor, the rich, the English. The poor are honest, the poor are hardworking, the rich are proudy. Any sentence you can say. But rich is the adjective. Poor is the adjective. But whenever we use the, it becomes a common noun. Right? So we use plural verb. Here most important words here you will have to check. Dare and need. Dare and need are used as main verbs and models. Model auxiliary verbs. Dare and need. Just remember, if they are used as a main verb, we can use dare or dares. Means with the singular dares, with the plural dare. With the singular needs, with the plural need. But whenever they are used as a model auxiliary verb, we cannot change. We can never change. You know, if you are using will or shall, should or would, can you change? With he or with they would and he would. There is no change. Same. So whenever we say he needs money, that is a main verb. It is used as a main verb. He needs money. But if I use here I or you, then you need money. I need money. It will be changed because it is used as a main verb. But he need not go there. Now it is used as the modal auxiliary verb. It is not the main verb. Main verb is go. Main verb is go. So here you cannot change. You cannot write he dares not go there. Totally wrong. He dare not go there. Whether you are using he, she, they, I, you, any word you can use, but dare will not change. Dare will not change or need will not change. Same we can use with the dare. Only one example I have given. So the same example. He dares to speak in front of the people. Okay, main verb. But he dare not go there. He dare not go there. If you are using not just after that, it means you are using as a modal auxiliary verb. As follows remains the same, whether you with the singular or plural, any noun is there, whether it is the singular noun or plural noun, but it becomes only as follows. For example, the description is as follows. Description, singular, is as follows. The main points are as follows. So we never write as follow. They are always written as follows, whether singular or plural. It does not. All can take singular and plural verbs as per countable and uncountable noun. We have just discussed countable and countable. All, if you are using in the sense of countable, it is plural, like all are present, all were absent, right? But whenever you are using as a uncountable, all is well, means everything is well. So means we can use singular and plural, both the verbs with all according to sense. Now we have given some few sentences like exercise. All the sugar consumed. Sugar, countable, uncountable, uncountable. So whenever uncountable, was, right? All the sugar was consumed. A great deal of mangoes. Mangoes does not matter. The real subject is a great deal of mangoes is here. The poet and the thinker. Just remember the thinker, the poet. We are using two articles before separately before every noun. So there are two. There are two means are dead. The poet and the thinker are dead. If you write the poet and thinker is dead. I as well as my parents am going to, because whenever as well as, so the verb agrees with the former, first subject, am. All present in the class. All present means it is used as a countable, are. All are present in the class. His phonetics, yes, same. Civics, economics, mathematics, phonetics. Whenever we are using, they generally take singular. But whenever we use some possessive adjective or any article, they become plural. So now the meaning change. So his phonetics are weak. He not go there. Need or needs. Because not is coming. That's why you are using as modal auxiliary verb. He need not go there. Needs we cannot use because we are not using as a main verb. Main verb is go. A lot of money. A lot of money. Again, money is uncountable. A lot of money was spent. 10 years have passed. 10 years have passed. The jeans are costly because these are the words having two same components and we are not using a pair of. So if you are not using a pair of, simply you are using the jeans, the trousers, the spectacles, the scissors, the pliers, the shoes. So we use the plural verb with this. So these are some of the rules we have discussed. I hope that all of the students, whenever they watch this video, they will understand. In the next video, I will come with some different topics. So till then, Jai Hind. Thank you.